right. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing this word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience, all right, of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Shema Shah, man. And what I want to get into today is pretty much, the serpents, all right, the agenda, all right, what we're seeing playing out in the earth, all right, which is all within prophecy, is the agenda of the serpent, you know. And when you go back into the garden, all right, the same thing that the serpent presented to Eve, all right, now Esau, Edom, is presented to the whole planet Earth, all right, because he came to Eve with a way that was outside, all right, of the way, of righteousness. Eve being the wife of Adam, and Adam being the son of God. All right, they're the lineage in which you get the nation of Israel. You can track, every um, every patriarch, of the 12 tribes of Israel. You can track their lineage back to Adam. All right, which is the original son of God, whom we know also as Yahweh Shai. Now, the serpent, all right, beguiled Eve, as the scriptures say, and pretty much, brought a way, into being that was outside of righteousness, man. And this is what this man is doing today. And at the forefront, him presenting this alternative way to the world, he comes with what? Convenience, technology, all right, enchantments, pleasure, lust, all these different things that he's presenting, and he's presenting it as if it's a better way than what is. You know, he thinks that he can go beyond what is. That's why you hear, these different terms, transcending, going beyond. He uses a lot of that symbolism, the Xfinity sign, the sideways eight, which goes into the Xfinity sign. All right, this man is trying to tap into immortality. So what we're seeing is the agenda of the serpent being played out. That's why when you go, to and it's funny how the beginning of this chapter, when you go to Genesis 3:1, it says the fall of man. You see, the fall of man, and we in that time again where we're finna see this society fall, man. By the philosophies that run this place, man. Which for is what? Wickedness. Now this is Genesis 3:1. It says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. And the serpent, is actual man. All right, and they compare him to a beast, you know, of the field, because his tendencies are like a serpent. All right, very crafty, and the serpent is patient, and the serpent can blend in. You know, so this man, all right, has tactics, of a serpent, and it says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah had made. And he said unto the woman, yeah, have the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden, you know? And this is him coming with what? This subtlety, all right? And what he'll do, even what he's doing with Eve, what is he doing? He's coming, with partiality, partial truth, but then he fills in the blank with his madness, But it said he was more subtle because for the longest time, like, this man has been pretty much conditioned the earth towards Satanism, and no one really knew. Like, the way he was enchanting, he enchants people through his cartoons, through media, the children, the things he's putting in the food, the chemtrails. Like, he's been doing these things for years, and no one knew that this man was conditioning the earth, all right, for pretty much Satanism, man. You see? No one knew that this man was conditioning the earth, all right, for Satanism, you know? But this man has been doing it for the longest. Even Christianity, like people thought they were serving, you know, the God of the Bible. People thought they were serving Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I mean, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. People thought they was worshiping the true Messiah. But no, man, this man has infused Satanism, all right, with Bible doctrine, man. Because he's more subtle than any beast of the field. And this man just has been getting away with these things, for the longest. But now there's a light, all right, through this word that's exposing. It's a heavy spirit of exposure in the earth on what this devil is doing. And now we see him speeding it up, man. All right, but the serpent's agenda is in full effect. All right. Now, when you go from there, I think that's First John. When you go to First John 2, all right, this is the book of First John, chapter 2, verse 18. And it says, little children, it is the last time, and as you have heard that anti-Messiah shall come, even now are there many anti-Messiahs whereby we know that it is the last time. Yeah. So Esau Edom, through his subtlety, has conditioned the earth to be anti-Messiah. All right. You can't even just bring up the Bible in a regular conversation. Nobody wants to hear about the Bible. Especially no one wants to hear about the true interpretation of the Bible. But you can't just bring up the Bible in a regular conversation, man. You know, people have a disdain for the Bible now. Why, man? Because this man has conditioned the people to be anti-Messiah. You know, the Bible ruins the mood for people. You start talking about the Bible, you know, you start talking about right and wrong or standard. See, that ruins the mood for people. Esau Edom, you know, has got people to pretty much look at his way as a better way. You know, his way of existing, his thought process, his mindset. They look at his way as a better way. All right, which causes them to what? To wonder, after the beast. Because when you go into, all right, the book of Revelation, get that in 13. It's the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter. All right, this is Revelation 13 and 3. And it says, and I saw one of his heads, and one of those heads was the Roman Empire. Because you go, pretty much like Eliashua said, this serpent, has pretty much morphed and evolved, into a seven-headed dragon with 10 horns, which makes up the NATO and the EU today, you know. We're going to one of those heads, all right, dealing with, all right, the Roman Empire, which pretty much this beast system is modeled, after that pagan Roman Empire. All right, that dragon, and the elite bankers. All right, they have pretty much bankrolled, this new Roman Empire. They financed it. All right, gave power into it. You see, and this is the beast system in which we live in today. All right, so it's like the serpent is back, reloaded. You know, now the serpent has global dominance, man, and now he's trying to put a stamp, on his empire. All right, he's trying to forward, you know, his empire in the earth, man. You see, but we know it's gonna be overthrown. Now, when you read and it says, reading again, Revelation 13:3, and I saw one of his heads as it was wounded to death. All right, because the pagan Roman Empire, was wounded. During the time what they call the Dark Ages, Esau was pushed out of power. And it was like he was wounded to death. You would have never thought that they would come back into power anymore. All right, Esau became very irrelevant on the world stage. For those 1,000 years, he was, pretty much irrelevant. All right, and then he came back, during the Renaissance. He was able to conquer, take down, different strongholds of Jake, and these other nations, and pretty much he started spoiling the earth with the sword, and he went to conquering and deceiving, man. You know, and it says, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered, all right, after the beast, all right, and all the world wondered after the beast, and this is what we're seeing now. The world is wondering after the beast, just as Eve wondered, all right, after the serpent. Matter of fact, let's go back to Genesis, and just get that parallel. Now we're seeing society wonder. See, they think, they that people are looking forward to is technology. They're looking forward, you know, to digital this and self-driving cars and they're looking forward, to what this man has to offer. They're wondering after the beast, you know. And it says now we go to Genesis 3. All right, 2, I'm just reading down. It says, and the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the trees which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest ye die. Yeah, and that was the philosophy, all right, and the ways, of the people outside of their lineage of that Adam, which was Yahweh Shai, you know the trees, the other nations, all right, that's in the midst of paradise that was in the earth at that time, man. You know, he wasn't Eve wasn't supposed to follow the ways, you know, of these other people, all right, because the breath was given to who? Adam, and that breath goes into the Holy Spirit, which is what? The understanding. You see, Adam received it right way, you know, but the serpent came and interrupted it, man, through Eve. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. Yeah, and there go his lies, man. Because what he's doing today, all right, he'll juice you up and say, ye shall not surely die. All right, he say, matter of fact, CDC, right before I started the lesson, CDC just said that the juice, all right, gives you more immunity, all right, than your natural immune system, you know? Well, what I do, I get that article and do a separate lesson on it on the other channel. But yeah, man, he says his way gives you more immunity than the way of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, man. And it came out as breaking news right before the lesson, man. You know? So this is this man telling you, look, you shall not surely die. He's doing the same thing except on the global scale now. All right? He's telling the earth, you shall not surely die. And you got all this destruction, prophesied, in the scriptures, you know. But yeah, brother, then the brother asked a question about the San Diego camp. I don't know if it's a GMS in San Diego, bro. I don't know if any brothers on the comment board know, but I'm not sure if there's a GMS San Diego. You know, it says reading on in verse 5, it says, for the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, all right, which means what? Partake in this way. You digest this way, man. You take in this philosophy. For when you eat, you take in something that is, supposed to be a nourishment into you. It says, for the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And that's what he's finna present to society with his technology. You know, See, Esau is trying to transcend into godhood. He's trying to go beyond. He's trying to receive, what he's trying to obtain. All right, what we're promised to receive at the return of Yahweh Shai. He's trying to obtain it through left hand wickedness and his technology. He's trying to transcend just being a mortal human. You know, he's trying to tap into being a god, man. And it's nothing new. Like these different heathen rulers, the Egyptians, those pharaohs, they looked at themselves as gods, because once you have that much, complete power, over millions of people, and in Esau's case, billions of people for so long, you start to think, that you're a god. These heathens, they begin to think that they're gods. And like I say, the ancient pharaohs did it. Nimrod, he got to the point where he, thought he was a god. All right. I say these are the Roman Caesars. When you go into, the time, especially the time, of the apostles. All right, you had a lot of, people worshiping Caesars. That's why Antipater, was pretty much, a martyr, because he didn't want to worship, the gods, and the Caesar, of that time. You know, Why scripture referred to, what he was martyred, the seat where Satan is, you know. And now we in a society, Esau has made this society the seat of Satan. So Satan dwells here, man. Look how bugged out people are, man. Look how wicked, people are. Look how twisted the mind frame of people is, man. Esau has turned the earth into a seat of Satan. You see? And people are just chilling. People are trying to get the juice, to to tap back into Satan's dominion, man. To Satan's rulership, man. All right. So when you read on, all right, verse 6, it says, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. So Eve, seeing that way is appealing to the flesh. All right. And that's what Esau appeals to, is your flesh, the convenience of pleasing your flesh. That's what his kingdom is all, centered around. Self-indulgent, self-worship. Look how many people are addicted to social media. All right. Addicted, to Instagram and, all these different things, man. And this man is going to present it because, speaking of social media, you have Facebook changing their name to Meta, all right, which that Greek word, it goes into transcending, you know. And now Esau pretty much is trying to create like a virtual reality, He's trying to turn society to his virtual world. And he's presenting it as this is a much better way. That's why, nature. All right, he has no respect for nature. This man, that's why he don't care about testing missiles and letting them fall into the ocean. He don't care about nuclear waste going into the water. He doesn't care about chemtrailing the crops, and the earth continually. All right, he doesn't care about those. He has no respect for nature. He think that he can build a new reality through his technology, man. You know, and then just to link it to more prophecy. All right, now, all right, the new Facebook, which is Meta, is now speaking of how they're going to be linked into the blockchain, which is pretty much going to be the infrastructure of keeping up, with buying and selling on this digital grid, man, this digital economy. You know, he's Mark Zuckerberg. If you watch Elias Wamba, latest video, that this man has to be stopped. You brothers and sisters watch that video, Elias Wamba, and he pretty much, plays some of the video, all right, and this man's talking about how Meta is gonna be linked into the cryptocurrency, all right. What the hell does a social media site have to do with blockchain and crypto, man? It's all coming together. The agenda of the serpent, he's bringing it all together. All these things that we thought was working independently, all right, we'll come to find out, man, that they all work for the same agenda, man. You know, this is what this man is rolling out. The agenda is here, man. This man is moving forward like it's here, and ain't no he playing on. No, he's doing it. All right. If you look at the things that he's shutting down, with the food supply, you know, you got all these people, that's about to be fired or quit. You know, from the rest of the year, you're probably gonna have millions of Americans, that's gonna quit. I read an article earlier, that says 72 Americans, all right, vow, to quit their jobs, if their employer, all right, mandates the juice, man. 72%. So, like I say, we're finna see it get real hectic in America, man. All right, as this man rolls out his agenda, the serpent, all right, rolls out his agenda. Now let's go back to Revelation 13. Just read down. I say we should roll in the spirit. Um, all right, this is Revelation 13, all right, and 4. And it says, and they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, who was able to make war with him? And see, this is a mind frame of this people. And see, they say it in their actions because people live as if there's no threat, all right, to this current society. Not knowing that the spiritual realm is gearing up, all right, to invade this place in righteousness, man, led by Yahweh Shai. Let's get that. All right, because the scripts say who is able to make war with the beast. Well, in the same book, it answers that question. The same book of Revelation. You go a few chapters over to 19, and I started at 1, and the point gonna be in 2. This Revelation 19 and 1. It says, and after these things I heard a great voice of much people in heaven saying, hallelujah, salvation and glory and honor and power unto the Lord our power. For true and righteous are his judgments, for he have judged the great whore which did corrupt the earth with her fornication, and have avenged the blood of his servants at her hand. You see, Yahweh Shai is coming to make war. All right, that great whore is America, which is the powerhouse of this beast system. And Yahweh Shai is coming directly, all right, to deal, with Esau Edom, you know. And you read down some more in this same chapter, Revelation 19:11. It says, and I saw heaven open. All right, it's Yahweh Shai coming from the other realm. All right, and it says, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called faithful and true, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. In righteousness he doth judge and make war. All right, that's who's gonna make war with the beast system. Is Yahweh Shai, you know? Because pretty much this is an old, this is an old rivalry, of Adam and the serpent. Me and El Gazak had went into that, a while back. You know, this is that old rivalry, all right, of Adam and the serpent, man. All right, the serpent is at full power. Is this dragon, this beast system. All right, and Yahweh Shai, all right, he's in full power. You know, coming back with, all right, the glory of the Father, the glory of the angels. You know, and he's gonna run through the serpent this time, man. You see, he's gonna run through the serpent in this go round. And it says, um, matter of fact, I'm gonna jump down in the same chapter. All right, speaking of the second coming of Yahushua, in Revelation 19 and 19, and I saw the beast, all right, and the kings of the earth, and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. Yeah, so this is the way we finna see the clash of Yahushua, all right, and this beast system. Yahushua is coming directly, all right, to clash with this beast system, man, and he's gonna run through it. And it says, verse 20, and it says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet, the Roman Catholic Church, all right, that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received all right, the MOTB, and them that worship his image, all right, because through, all right, the Roman Catholic Church, you get a lot of false, you got a lot of false religions that sprung out of it, man. Even Islam, you know, all these other denominations of so-called Christianity, sprung out of Roman Catholicism, man. You know, and through that, man, this man has enchanted, billions of people. All right, and you go to Islam and Christianity, that's damn near 4 billion people alone. You know, and and this beast system, just the miracles of this beast system, is this technology, man. It's a miracle, like the apostles say, man. We're doing a live stream, and we can see each other, all right, for hundreds of miles away, thousands of miles away, real time. You know, this is a miracle because you take this back to the ancient world, man. They would think you was a high level, sorcerer, man. You see, but this man has been opened up, on the left hand side to tap into, particular technology, and this technology is deceiving many. You know, people are going to jump up, at what he's finna present. That's why scripture say, uh, if it were possible, he would deceive the very elect, man. Because this man is finna bring out all the stocks, man. Hey, look for a lot of deception and a lot of, gifts, more gifts and more, so-called upgrades, within this system, man. He's finna bring out all stops, man. And work heavy in his deception, man. All right, he's finna go into his bag, all right, with his witchcraft, man. You know. So reading on, all right, it says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had, all right, received the MOTB, and them that worship the image. These both, all right, were cast alive into the lake of fire, burning with brimstone. You see, because this infrastructure, all right, this beast system, America, NATO, and the EU, hey, fire is gonna be upon this place. America gonna be completely destroyed. Then those chariots, they're gonna be performing aerial strikes as well, man, tearing this beast system apart. All right, fire is gonna devour this beast system, man. You know, and this is the clash that's coming. So Esau, Edom, he's trying to roll out, you know, his, new world order before, Yahushua returns. He wants it up and running, and he plans to defend it, from Yahushua. But we understand it's gonna go bad for him, man. All right, but this is where we're at, in prophecy, man. All right, Esau Edom is full steam ahead, man. The serpent, all right, we're seeing the agenda of the serpent, pretty much, encompass the earth. All right, and a lot of people gonna be taken. As it says, let me get that in second Ezra. We always get it, you know, but it drives home the point. Now, when you get the book of second Ezra, all right, 5 and 1. All right, this is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number." All right, and we're seeing the masses, being taken. People being terrified by what they, see on the news, and the narrative that Esau was spinning. All right, people are being terrified and taken, because when you're in fear, all right, you're more apt to listen to instructions. And Esau hops on the scene, in this suit, with the blue background behind him, speaking softly, as if he's there, like he is a savior, man. And a lot of people gonna be taken by this man craft, and enchantments, man. Like it says in Daniel 8:25, man. All right, by by craft, you know, he should pretty much cause what? Wickedness to prosper, man. You know? And going back to him being more subtle than any beast of the field, man. All right? Esau is more subtle than any heathen, on earth, man. You know? And he's been using that subtlety to enchant people into, all right, open rebellion against Yahweh Bashim Shai, against righteousness, man. You know? And all right, reading on. This is on Second Ezra 5:1. It says, Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden. All right, and this man wants to do away. Like you see all this censorship, even with the whole false, with the with the so-called whistleblower of Facebook, there's nothing but an attack, all right, on the free flow of this word. Now you have, other people and truthers that's exposing this man, but he really wants to cut off, all right, this word, man. He really wants to do away, all right, with Yahweh Shema Shai, period. If this place was to go to 2050, oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness, man. If this place was to go on that long, he will want to cut off completely, all right, any form, any remembrance of Yahweh Bashim Shai, any remembrance of Israel, any remembrance of law, statutes, and commandments in the right way. He will cut that off, man. The serpent is going going straight in, man. you know, and he's doing it real time, all right. And people are not aware. The masses are not aware. And it says, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Yeah, man, because no one, no one's even mentioned, faith in a higher power. Everyone's talking about science and, this and that, and all right. Everyone's talking about his agenda. Everyone is talking about his solution. That's the big debate in the earth, is his solution. And there's another cut to you guys that still talk about Christianity, is the MOTB. All right. And I pose this question. Can you do a video using precepts showing how Christianity, all right, will be the new form of buying and selling? Can you do a video and show how Christianity is being rolled out and implemented, throughout society to be the new form of buying and selling? You know? Can you even show how Esau is even, mentioning Christianity? All right? No one's even talking about Jesus anymore, man. You know? Jesus like Trinidad James, man. All right? He came and went. He's Esau's off Jesus, man. You know? He's doing his own thing now. He's the guy. All right, listen to me. You know? So there's no way you can link Christianity to what's going on. He's done with it. All right? So what we're seeing is what John the Revelator, seen, all right, in Revelation the 13th chapter, man. All right, 666 is everywhere. You know, constantly embedded. You know, in everything. What Joe Biden said, I don't care if it takes 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months. All right, this man is he's 666 everywhere, man. This is what John the Revelator seen. You know, and he seen that technology that this man was going to use. All right, to buy and sell. You know, so yeah, that that doctrine of Christianity, it doesn't make sense, man. You can't make it make sense. You know, and I just say, hey, if do a video on it, make Christianity make sense to what's going on right now, man. All right, you got all this, cryptocurrency, central bank digital currency. You have, the Neuralink technology is big now. You know, you have all these different things. You know, you got Google merging with this, and all these big tech companies are merging together. You know, Meta. Talking about blockchain. So it's like it's very obvious what this man wants to do because everything leads to that. All right, even these passports. All right, that's linked to his end game. What he wants to do, man. He wants to get inside you, man. you know. So I get this and I end it. I believe it's in the book of Sirach. And like I say, you Israelites, being simple as hell, just following these men. All right, you sit there and wait, on an announcement. All right, well, this man is going to make uh, uh, Christianity the only way you can buy and sell. All right, you sit there and wait on that announcement. And you accept what this man is doing. And while you wait on this man announcement. All right, to say if you're a Baptist, Presbyterian, you can come to Trader Joe's today. You know, this is the book of Sirach 36 and 6. It says, "Show new signs and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. Raise up indignation and power." All right, raise up indignation and power out wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemies. Make the time short. Remember the covenant and let them declare thy wonderful works. And see, now we're seeing the time being cut short, man. Though our things are speeding up. The Most High is doing this, man. And this is the mind frame that we should be in, wanting to see the time sped up, man. All right? It says, make the time short. Remember the covenant. Let them declare thy wonderful works. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them that perish, all right, and let them that perish oppress the people, all right, that oppress the people, and this is Esau Edom. This is speaking directly to Esau Edom, because he's finna roll out a system that's gonna be more oppressive than ever, all right. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. And this is speaking to Esau, man. You know, it says, "Smite and sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen that say there is none other but we." All right, and this goes back to the garden when it was told, to the woman, all right, which that woman representing Israel, you know, the serpent will bruise our heel, but Israel will bruise his head, all right. And what nation does Yahweh Shai come out of? Israel. It's gonna be through Yahweh Shai, all right, that he's gonna cut off the head, all right, of this nation, the leader of the heathen that says there is none but we. He's saying, "I am." All right, this man is openly saying, "I am God. I am the end all be all. I am the way." There's nothing outside of me. If you don't listen to me, you can't eat, you can't work, you can't do this, you can't do that. If you don't listen to me, you know? But we know this man is finna be removed, man. So that's the point. I just want to bring that out. And this was inspired by the lesson of the elder brother Yasha Wamba. Dealing with this man has to be stopped. It's a good watch. And you really see what this man is up to, man. He's boasting himself, within his rulership as if he's on an evil playing field with the Most High, man. you know. So Lord will, you brothers and you few sisters were edified. Once again, give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations. I hope for the next time I say Shalom.